Hello and welcome to Higher Ground Gaming. Game number 154 of the 1978 Red Sox season. Red Sox won yesterday, but unfortunately so did the Yankees. So the Yankees maintained their 3-game lead over the Red Sox. Magic number is just 7 for the Yankees. So the Red Sox will start a new series today, and this is Friday, September 22nd, 1978, against the Toronto Blue Jays. They would lose this game against the Blue Jays, so hopefully the Red Sox can get a victory here and the Yankees can get a loss. So without further ado, Mr. Brody and Purple Monkey are in the co-host seat there, and let's get this game underway. Hold on there. I am going to block this here, so I don't want you guys to see who's going to win the Yankees game. The Yankees are taking on Cleveland, and Milwaukee is taking on the Athletics at home. Yankees are playing Cleveland in Cleveland. So, I'll be right back. Alrighty, here we go. So, the Red Sox in Toronto taking on the Blue Jays. It's going to be, oh my goodness, Bob Stanley is getting a start for the Red Sox. Red Sox really getting desperate here against Jim Clancy for the Blue Jays. So without further ado, let's get this game underway. Game number 154.
Welcome to the stadium for today's ball game.
Alrighty, I guess they don't do the national anthem for the United States. But anyway, so that's the Canadian national anthem there. Here in Toronto, you know it shows Yankee Stadium there. This is Toronto Exhibition Stadium. Average night. Jim Clancy on the hill. Jim Clancy comes in with an 8-14 record. Was 10-12 on the actual season. Comes in with a 392 earned run average on the replay. 194 innings pitched. 204 hits allowed. 83 walks and 106 strikeouts, and has surrendered 11 homers. Other than the record, his numbers pretty close to his actual numbers. So the outfield behind Clancy is going to be Woods, Bassetti, and Velez in the outfield. Howell, Gomez, McKay, and Upshaw in the infield, and Ashby behind the plate. For the Red Sox, Burleson will lead it off and play short. Jerry Remy, the second baseman. Jim Rice, left fielder, bats third. Kyle Yastrzemski, the DHing today, batting cleanup. Behind the plate, Carlton Fisk will hit fifth. Freddie Lynn, the center fielder, bats sixth. Followed by Butch Hobson, the third baseman. Batting eighth, the boomer George Scott hits eighth. And Dwight Evans, the right fielder, will bat ninth. So the Red Sox 3 games out after winning yesterday's game, and the Yankees also won. Keep an eye on the Yankees game as the Yankees are in Cleveland playing the Indians, and a good start here as the Cleveland Indians are out to a 1-0 lead. And Milwaukee is hosting Oakland at home. So Clancy looks in for the sign from Ashby. Burleson in the box, ready to grip and rip. Comes in with a 275 average, 2 homers, and 45 ribbies. And it's going to be off the 6th column. And that's going to be a fly ball to center. Bassetti is there. He'll get to it. And make the catch for the first out of the game. So Eckersley got his 23rd win in the last game. And we're not sure how many games. We're going on vacation starting on Monday, so we're not sure how many games we're going to do during our vacation. We're taking a lot of day trips. We decided to stay local, Mr. Brody and I. Mr. Brody may be going on vacation over at a friend's house, possibly. So we'll see what we can do. Maybe get a game or two in during the week, but probably not as many as usual, as we'll be traveling, probably taking some day trips to some coffee shops around New England, as well as maybe going to the beach on Monday, possibly. And we may catch a game or two here and there. I know it's the All-Star break, but we may try to catch a minor league game, either the Portland Sea Dogs up in Portland there, or I think the Pawtucket Red Sox are out of town that next weekend, so maybe we'll go see a Sea Dogs game. We haven't been to one of those up in Portland. That's a possibility. Some good coffee shops up in Portland, too. So maybe we'll make a day of it there. Head up to Portsmouth, where we used to live, around that area. But we'll see. We'll see what we do. We'll play it by ear. Nothing set in stone. But anyway, so Jerry Remy steps up to the plate now with one out. Howell and Upshaw in on the grass. Remy hit 289. Hitting 289 with 2 homers, 40 ribbies. And he's going to get a base hit up the middle. So a good start for Remy. 1 on and 1 out. Ashby is slightly above average arm, so we're not going to run with Remy yet. Did get a stolen base in the last game. So Jim Rice up now, hitting 305, 43 homers, 128 ribbies. And Rice gets one hit here, and he could put the Red Sox on the board early in the wheelhouse. And Rice is going to go deep, 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 and gone. So Jim Rice hits his 44th home run of the season. RBI's number 129 and 130, so his number's looking a lot like his MVP season of 1978. So just 2 home runs now behind his pace as he puts the Red Sox on top 2-0. So a good start for the Red Sox. That quieted the fans here in Exhibition Stadium. The few fans that are here. So Yastrzemski up now. Yastrzemski comes in hitting 269 with 16 homers, 72 ribbies. Can they go back-to-back? Nope. It's going to be off the 4 column of Clancy. And that's hit to right. Velez is there. And he'll make the catch for out number 2. Diving catch, actually. So Fisk up now. Fisk hitting 283 in the season. 17 homers, 75 ribbies. 2 column. And that'll be a strikeout swing. But the Red Sox get 2 and the 2-run blast by Jim Ed Rice. And after 1/2, it's Boston 2 and Toronto coming up. Bob Stanley needs all the run support you can get here. Stanley 5-3 on the season, 17 saves, 3.62 earned run average, 117 innings pitched, 138 hits allowed. Although he's been better as of late. 25 walks, 37 strikeouts, and has surrendered 5 homers. So the defense behind Stanley is going to be Rice in left, Lynn in center, Evans in right, Hobson, Burleson, Remy, and Scott in the infield, and Fisk behind the plate. Stanley above average range on the hill, slightly high error rating, and below average at holding runners on. So Hobson and Scott playing in on the grass. Bassetti will lead it off and play center for the Blue Jays. Woods, the left fielder, will bat second. Roy Howell, the third baseman, hits third. John Mayberry is the DH batting cleanup. Otto Velez, the right fielder, bats fifth. Willie Upshaw, the first baseman, sixth. Behind the plate, Alan Ashby, seventh. Second baseman Dave McKay will bat eighth, and the shortstop Luis Gomez will bat ninth. So Bassetti comes in hitting 239, 3 homers, 30 runs batted in. Hobson and Scott in on the grass. And that's going to be range check on Burleson. He will get to it. And fires a bullet over to Scott for out number 1. So it'll bring up Alvin Woods. .270 hitter, 5 homers, 29 ribbies. Off the 6th column, which is where you want to be if you're a Red Sox fan. It's going to be hit to left. Range check on Rice. Rice average range. He'll get to it. Oh, he's going to make a rare play here. Let's see what this is. Rice camps under it and makes the catch. So nothing rare about that. So 2 up and 2 down for the Blue Jays in the first. Brings up Roy Howell. .266 hitter. Just 1 home run so far. Did hit 8 on the season. 52 ribbies. 6th column. And that's going to be another range check on Rice. He will get to it. And make another catch for out number 3. So the Blue Jays go in order in the first. Good start for Stanley and the Red Sox. And it's 2-0 after 1. So Fred Lynn, who homered in yesterday's game, a 2-run shot, come to the plate, hitting .289 with 27 homers, 86 ribbies, 5 more home runs than he did on the actual season. And that's going to be a fly ball. Oh, actually, it's going to be a pop-up to McKay. He'll make the catch for out number 1. Hobson, also homered in yesterday's game, got 15 on the season now, just 2 behind his home run total. 4 column. And that'll be hit to right. Velez sprints over and makes the catch for out number 2. So 2 outs and the base is empty for the Boomer. .243, 15 homers, 53 ribbies. Staying on the 4 column of Clancy, which is not where you want to be if you're a Red Sox fan. It's going to be a range check on Gomez. Gomez average range, 1 through 4 will be a hit. Oh, I almost thought it was going to stay as a hit. And he is able to make the play to end the inning. So the Red Sox will go in order in the top of the second. It remains 2-0 Boston as we head to the Blue Jays home half of the second. So John Mayberry will lead it off. Mayberry hitting .269 in the season, 20 homers, 64 ribbies. Stanley looks in for the sign from Fisk. He's lined up in the pitch. And this is going to be hit to Scott. Flips to Stanley covering for out number 1. So Baltimore edging Detroit 5-4. The Yankees have tied Cleveland now 1-1. Oakland and Milwaukee scoreless. And California and Chicago same scoreless. Kansas City had a Minnesota 2-0. Kansas City's magic number is 6 right now over between them and California. So Otto Velez up now. Velez comes in hitting .311 on the season, 12 homers and 38 runs batted in. So he's had a much more productive season than he did in the actual season. But he'll pop it up. Coming hard is Remy. Scott waves him off and makes the grab for out number 2. That'll be Willie Upshaw, .236 for the homer and 15 ribbies. 3 column. That's a ground ball to Hobson at third. 1 hops it over to first. And Toronto goes again in order in the second. So after 2 full, 2-0 Boston. Clancy back out on the hill. Evans up to the plate now. .241 with 25 homers and 86 ribbies. And he'll strike out swing for the first out. Second K for Clancy. So Rick Burleson up now. Rick Burleson flew out in his first at-bat. Grounds out to Gomez. Up with it over to Upshaw. 2 outs in the Boston second, the third. So Jerry Remham now singled in his first at-bat. Lays off of it for ball 4. So he'll reach first with 2 down. Jim Rice, who hit a 2-run homer in his first at-bat, comes to the plate. Could he go back-to-back? Possibility here. Oh, just misses that. He needed a 1 on the split, and he got a 2. And Bassetti's at the... Oh, possibility, though. Hold on. Jumping for it. He can't get it, so it's going to be a home run. Wow, that one's off the top of the wall. So even though the split was one higher, it was close enough so that the outfielder had to jump for it. That's right, the Strat-o-matic advance rules here. Forgot about that. And Jim Rice hits his second 2-run homer of the game. So Jim Rice up to 45 home runs, I want to say now. So I think he's just one behind his total for the season. Puts the Red Sox on top 4-0. So Jim Rice having a big day when the Red Sox needed it most. So that'll bring up Yastrzemski. Yastrzemski flew out in his first at-bat. He'll walk this time. So it brings up Fisk, strikeout victim in his first at-bat. This time he's going to hit it into the left field corner. Woods gives it a chase. He won't get to it. We're going to send Yastrzemski being waved around by Yost. Throw is coming home. And Yastrzemski will score. So an RBI double by Fisk makes it a 5-0 lead. So Clancy on the ropes early on. Action in the Blue Jays bullpen. Fred Lynn popped out in his first at-bat. And that's going to be it for Clancy. So quick hook by Joe Coleman. By Roy Hartsfield. And Joe Coleman's going to come in. 289, 3-6 record. He had a 5-0 record on the actual season. Wow, that's pretty amazing to have a 5-0 record with the 78 Blue Jays. 3-6 is more like it. 342 average, earned run average. 74 innings pitched, 69 hits allowed, 27 walks, 33 strikeouts, and has surrendered 9 homers. So Lynn with a chance to add to the Red Sox lead here against Coleman. And he'll fly out to end the inning. But the Red Sox put up a 3 spot, highlighted by the second 2-run homer by Jim Ed Rice. And the Red Sox have a 5-0 lead after 2.5. So Stanley with a bigger cushion now. He'll face Ashby to lead it off. Ashby comes in hitting .336 on the season with 8 homers and 36 ribbies, so a lot higher average on the season. Power numbers about the same. Well, actually RBI is a little higher too. And that's a ground ball to Burleson. Up with it over to Scott. The first out of the third. Number 8 hitter McKay up now, 246. McKay with a monster season at power-wise. 16 homers, 9 more than his 7 home run total for the season, and 22 more RBIs. Average about the same, so he's been much more productive. And, it's going to be off the 4 column, which is where we want to stay off of. But he'll pop this one up to Burleson, who'll make the catch for the second out. Mr. Brody confident the Red Sox are going to pull another one out here. He's more worried about the Yankees. So Luis Gomez comes in hitting .235 with 33 ribbies. Lines this one out to his counterpart to end the inning. So the Blue Jays go in order in the third, and after 3 full, it's 5-0 Boston. Coleman back out there again. Hobson to lead it off. Hobson flew out in his first at-bat. Gets one here. And lines out to Howell. The first out of the fourth. So comes the Boomer, grounded out in his first at-bat. Strikeout. A big swing there by the Boomer. Almost fell on his butt on that one. So 2 down now. The Red Sox fourth brings up Evans, strikeout victim. His first at-bat. This time he'll draw the walk off of Coleman. So it brings up Burleson 0 for 2. And that's going to be a range check on McKay. McKay average range. Oh, and he will not get to it. Through the hole. Wes picks up, throws it back in as Evans moves to third. So runners at the corners with 2 down for Remy. Singled in the first, walked in the third. Remy gets one to hit here. And he'll fly out to Velez, who'll make the catch to end the inning. So it remains 5-0 after 3.5. So top of the order, Bassetti to lead it off against Stanley. He grounded out his first time up. And that's the first hit off Stanley. After Stanley retires the first 9 batters to open up the game, Bassetti gets himself a base hit. Al Woods up now, flew out in his first at-bat. Grounds this one to Scott. He'll take it to the bag himself as Bassetti moves in this scoring position with 1 down. So Roy Howell flew out in his first at-bat. Pops this one out to Scott. Very high. Scott's under it. Loses it, lunges for it, and makes the catch. So an adventure out there for Scott, but he's able to make the play. So 2 outs now for Mayberry. And he'll pop this one up to Scott also. This one not quite as high. And he'll make the catch to end the inning. So after 4 full, it's 5-0 Boston. So Jim Rice up to the plate now. He's got a pair of 2-run homers, one in the first and one in the third. Just 1 home run behind his pace now. 46 and 7 RBIs, so definitely within sights now with 8 more games after this one remaining. This one's still not done yet. See if he can go back to back to back. Nope. Won't happen now. It's going to be a range check on McKay. He'll get to it. And make the play to retire Rice. So 1 gone now in the Red Sox 5th. Brings up Yastrzemski. Yastrzemski 0 for 1 with a walk. Grounds this one to McKay. Flips it to Upshaw for the 2nd out. So Baltimore ahead of Detroit 7-4. Oh, Yankees ahead of Cleveland now 5-1. Not good. Oakland slipping by Milwaukee 3-1. That's good. Kansas City in front of Minnesota 3-0. And California and Chicago still scoreless. Seattle in front of Texas 4-1. So Fisk up now had an RBI double his last time up, 1 for 2. Lines this one to Howell. And that'll end the inning. So halfway through it's Boston 5 and Detroit nothing. I mean enough. Toronto nothing. Stanley back out there for his 5th inning of work. 47 pitches to 4. And that's going to be a ground ball to short. Burleson's up with it. Over to first. 1 gone in the 5th. On a bang-bang play there. So Upshaw up now, grounded on his first at-bat. That's going to be a 1-out base hit. Scott will hold on Upshaw at first. Ashby up to the plate now, grounded out his first at-bat. Pops this one up to Hobson at third. He calls for it. Waits for it, and makes the catch. So that brings up McKay, popped out. And McKay gets a base hit past the dive of Burleson. Upshaw holds at second. So the Blue Jays have something going here with 2 down. Runners on first and second for Gomez, who's lined out to Burleson in his first at-bat. Grounds this one back to Stanley. Up with it over to first. And Toronto's retired in the 5th. So after 5 full, 5-0 Boston. So it'll be Lynn, Hobson, and Scott if anybody gets on Evans against Coleman. And for his 3rd inning of work. Lynn 0 for 2 on the day. And he'll ground out to Gomez to go 0 for 3. So Hobson 0 for 2. Gets 1 hit here. And drives this one down the line. Woods cuts it off though. Fires to second to hold Hobson to a single. So Scott now 0 for 2. And Scott's going to get a hold of one down the right field line. Velez also cuts it off. And Hobson will go to third. He was off on the pitch. So runners at the corners. Corners are playing in for Evans with one down. So for one with a walk. Grounds this one to Gomez. Flips it to McKay for one. Back to first. And they turn two to end the Red Sox threat in the sixth. So it remains 5-0 after 5.5. So again, top of the order, Vercetti up to the plate. Hobson, Scott in on the grass. Stanley looks in for the sign, kicks and delivers. And gets him swinging. So first K of the day by Stanley. This is the first out of the sixth. Woods 0 for 2 up now. Stanley's just allowed 3 hits so far. I spoke too soon. As he lets up hit number 4 now. One out single to Woods. Howell up now 0 for 2. Lines this one to Remy. Nice stab by the second baseman. For the second out of the inning. John Mayberry 0 for 2. Hits this one to center. And Lynn is there to make the catch. So Stanley with 6 solid innings, only allowing 4 hits. Definitely his best appearance of the season. And after 6 full, it's 5-0 Boston. Cleveland scored another run now, 5-2 New York. So Cleveland getting a little closer to the Yankees. Burleson up now, 1 for 3. Will lead it off here in the top of the 7th. Coleman's pretty much shut the Red Sox out, allowing 3 hits in 3 innings. No runs, a walk and a strikeout so far. And that's going to be a walk to Burleson. So leadoff runners on for the Sox here in the 7th. So Jerry Remy up now. He's 1 for 3. 1 for 2 with a single. Also walked. And that's going to be it for Coleman. And Victor Cruz comes in now. With his tobacco there. Cruz 2-0 on the season. 2.01 ERA. 31 innings pitched. 21 hits allowed. 21 walks. 33 strikeouts. 7-3 with a 1.72 on the actual season. So Remy into the box. Grounds this one the first. Upshot is second for 1. Back to first. That will empty the bases for Jim Rice, who's already got 2 home run homers today. Will not get a third here. And it's going to be off the 4 column. It's going to be a ground ball to Gomez at short. He'll place himself in front of it. And fires over to Upshaw to end the inning. So 7th inning stretch time here in Toronto. Let's hear the trivia question brought to you by Mr. Brody, Miss Mags, and Purple Monkey. So in 1930, who set the National League record for home runs in a season with 56? Oh boy. I don't know. I don't think it was George Sisler, was it? I don't think he hit that many home runs. 1930 National League record for home runs. Jimmy Fox was in the American League, so it couldn't have been him. I don't know. I guess I'm going to go with George Sisler. Probably not going to be it, though. So lock in your answers. Here you go. Hack Wilson. That's kind of who I was thinking of, I think. But I couldn't think of his name. For some reason I always get Hack Wilson and George Sisler mixed up. But anyway, Hack Wilson for the Cubs set the National League record with 56 homers. Later to be broken by Sammy Sosa and Mark McGwire. And then Barry Bonds after that. So thank you, Mr. Brody, Miss Mags, and Purple Dinosaur for that trivia question. Back to the action here. Home half for the 7th. Stanley back out there for his 7th inning of work. Definitely his finest outing of the year. Pitching 6 innings, allowing only 4 hits. No walks and a strikeout. Wow. Who'd have thunk that? Stanley coming up big when the Red Sox needed it the most. Off the 1 column for Velez. He's 0 for 2 today. Pops this one out to Scott at first. And makes the play. So Willie Upshaw now, 1 for 2 with a single. And that's going to be a base hit, so the 5th base hit for the Blue Jays. 2nd hit for Upshaw. So 1 out base runner for the Jays. It brings up Alan Ashby, 0 for 2. Ground ball to Scott at first, over to Burleson for 1, back to first, and they turn the 3-6-3 double play to end the inning. Nice play there. So we'll head to the 8th with the Red Sox shutting out the Blue Jays 5-0. Oh, Cleveland now within a run of the Yankees. 5-4 Yankees. Got to keep an eye on that one. Milwaukee's still behind Oakland 5-1. So Yastrzemski up now 0 for 2 with a walk. And he strikes out. First strikeout by Cruz. Brings out Fisk. 1 for 3 with an RBI double. Fisk gets 1 hit here. And hits this one in the hole to left. And he'll be on with a 1-out single. Fred Lynn looking for his first hit of the day. Will not get it as he flies out to Velez in right. Velez with a 1-hand catch there. California shutting out Chicago now 4-0, and Kansas City shutting out Minnesota 3-0. So Hobson up now. 1 for 3 on the day, singled in his last at bat. Strikes out. And that'll do it for the Red Sox in the 8th. So we head to the home half of the 8th with Toronto down by 5. Stanley back out there for inning number 8. 78 pitches through 7. 5 column. That's going to be a ground ball back to Stanley. Just barely gets to it. Almost got past him. And makes the toss over to Scott for the first out of the 8th. So number 9 hitter Gomez 0 for 2. Hits this one to left. Rice calls for it. Pulls it in. So Musetti up now, 1 for 3. Pops this one out to Scott to end the inning. So the Blue Jays go in order in the 8th. So Stanley looking great. It's definitely his best outing of the season, as it's 5-0 Boston going into the 9th. Cruz back out there again to face Scott. 1 for 3. And he gets his second hit just past the stretch of McKay. So Scott with his second base hit of the day. Howell and Upshaw in on the grass. Expecting Evans to bunt. And I think we're going to have him bunt. Pops it up though. Caught by Cruz. Poor bunt by Evans for 1 down as Scott dives back to the bag. So Evans unable to get the bunt down. Burleson 1 for 3 with a walk and a single. Range check on Upshaw. Upshaw below average range. Will not get to, will not be able to get the put out. Oh, and it's going to be an error also. So it comes up with it, throws, and it gets away. So Scott will take third, Burleson all the way to second. So second and third for Jerry Remy. He's 1 for 3 with a couple of runs scored. Range check on Cruz. Cruz average, but does not commit any errors. He'll get to it. Over to Upshaw for the easy out. So runners will hold. So Jim Rice with an opportunity now. Could hit a 3-run homer. He's already got 2 2-run homers on the day. And that will not happen. And he strikes out. So the Red Sox done in the 9th. So head to the bottom of the 9th with Stanley trying to get the complete game here. He'll face Woods, Howell, and Mayberry. Woods 1 for 3 on the day. It'll be a range check on Fisk. And he's going to make a nice play here. Hits Stanley, rolls between the mound and home. Fisk barehands it and just nips Woods at first. So Stanley will get an assist on the play there. Even though technically they don't give him an assist there. 2-3 on the putout officially. So 1 down now in the 9th. Stanley looks like he's okay. It's a hollow for 3. Grounds this one to Scott. Stanley will cover. Looks like he got over there okay. So the Blue Jays down to their last out. Stanley looking to get a shutout here. You'd have thunk that. So Mayberry 0 for 3 on the day. Grounds this one to Remy. He'll get to it. And make the throw over to Scott to end the inning. So Bob Stanley with a 5-hit shutout. Wow. Miracle of miracles here. Mr. Brody cannot believe it. So Jim Rice, I don't know. I think we still got to, oh boy. I think we're going to give co-players of the game. Just because Bob Stanley, that was a miracle for Bob Stanley to get a shutout. Never mind a complete game shutout with only allowing 5 hits and no walks. So Jim Rice and Bob Stanley getting co-players of the game there. Jim Rice with a pair of 2-run homers. Wow, that was a quick game. So Bob Stanley with the win now, 6-3. 5 hits, no runs, no walks, just 1 strikeout. 101 pitches to get that shutout. 3.36 earned run average now. Jim Clancy with the loss now, 8-15, 2 2/3, 4 hits, 5 runs, all of them earned. 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, 2 home runs, both to Jim Rice. Joe Coleman, 3 1/3 innings, 3 hits allowed, 2 walks and a strikeout. And Cruz, 3 innings pitched, 3 hits, no runs, and 3 strikeouts. So for the Red Sox, Burleson was 2 for 4. Remy 1 for 4, 2 runs scored. Jim Rice, the Red Sox offensive player of the day, 2 for 5 with a pair of 2-run homers. Back-to-back 2-run homers. Well, back-to-back at-bats. Yastrzemski 0 for 3 with a run scored. Fisk 2 for 4 with an RBI double. Fred Lynn 0 for 4. Butch Hobson 1 for 4. George Scott 2 for 4. And Evans 0 for 3. For the Blue Jays, Bassetti was 1 for 4. Woods 1 for 4. Howell, Mayberry both 0 for 4. Velez 0 for 3. Willie Upshire had a pair of hits, 2 for 3. Ashby 0 for 3. McKay 1 for 3. And Gomez 0 for 3. So we'll check out the standings here. You know, Cleveland was pulling close to the Yankees. Are the Red Sox going to be a game closer? Oh, that's not what we wanted. No, the Red Sox are not a game closer. They're still 3 games out as the Yankees pulled it off. I think it was 5-4. So we'll be back with game number 155 tomorrow. Just 9 games left to go. And it's going to be Louis Tion against Jesse Jefferson. So we'll see you in game number 155. So take care and God bless. Bye-bye now.